Urban Decay, they do not collaborate, I feel that they don't, with a lot of people, but they also don't seem to collaborate with a lot of social media influencers. So when I found out that they were collaborating with KRISTEN LEANNE, and actually it's an entire collection for spring 2018, I'm looking at both the brand and KRISTEN LEANNE, who I actually do follow on YouTube. It's very cohesive. I feel that here's a collaboration that is going to go well together. KRISTEN LEANNE is a social media influencer. I use social media because she has quite a bit of a following on various platforms, on her Twitter, her Instagram, and her YouTube. On her Instagram, she is fairly close to 1 million subscribers, so she's right up, getting up there. And on her YouTube channel, she has 500,000. So at the time that I actually checked her channel, it was about 517,000. In 2014, KRISTEN started her hair dye company, Arctic Fox, and it is a cruelty-free as well as a vegan hair dye. And it has, of course, vivid, bold colors. For when I did see on social media that she is collaborating with Urban Decay, it made sense. It makes sense. You know, Urban Decay is that edgy, cutting edge company and colorful company as well. Lots of colors within their brand as far as eyeshadows and lipsticks and so forth. But, you know, also we do have our neutrals. And so it was a good fit. Plus Ruby Rose, the actress, she pretty much was doing a lot of the modeling advertisements for Urban Decay. And she also is edgy and she's got tattoos. So again, it just makes sense that KRISTEN LEANNE and Urban Decay. The collection launched back in January of this year, and it contains 6 items. To make the video easy for you as you're watching, what I'll do is I'll just take one item at a time and show you the swatches, how they look like on my skin tone, and then I'll come back and tell you my thoughts, and then we'll move on to the next item. Same thing, swatches, and then I'll tell you my thoughts. So let's first start off with the Urban Decay KRISTEN LEANNE Highlighter Palette. You'll notice with the packaging for every item, it has some sort of like a personal touch to it, which, you know, it's nice. It's always nice to have that, especially when it's a collaboration. And then it has this design. It actually is etched along the outside of the packaging and then inside as well. And it's like the bubbles, like when you're really boiling water and you have all those bubbles. And then it has a mirror inside, and every mirror, so every item that has a mirror, it has Stay Gold actually stamped right on the mirror. Stay Gold is a quote from The Outsiders, and I know that that is a song too, written by Stevie Wonder. So again, just everything has some sort of like a little personal little touch to it. So there's 3 highlighters in the Beauty Beam palette, and they all have that golden undertone to it, which I notice makes it wearable, and it's going to cover a large population of the consumers that might come and purchase this. This is just my opinion as far as suggestions, as far as the skin tones. But for this shade here, I see it working really well on medium skin tones all the way through very deep. It's a beautiful rose gold shade. The deeper you are, you're going to see more of that intense bronze coming through on your skin. This middle shade, I recommend that one for very fair skin, pale skin tones. That one will just shine very well on your skin tone. And then the last shade here, I just see that as a traditional gold. That is how it shows up on my skin tone. It's like a medium gold. That's the best description I can think of. And again, that one works well for me. That one, another one where it will, I feel, appear much more darker on very fair skin tones, but I see it working best for that medium, mid-tone skin tone ranges, and then up through medium dark, because again, this shade will work for me. This is a palette that really surprised me. I was thinking it would just stay within shades that would fit like Kristen's skin tone, because she is fair in complexion. But I am pleased that at least it does cover a large amount of skin tone. So I think they did a good job on that highlighter palette. Bun Bun is in the Comfort Matte formula, and it is a traditional nude shade. This is a nude shade that is, I would say, brown based, so it actually will work and cover a lot of different skin tones. Now, it actually works for my skin tone being medium dark. I can wear it with a lip liner if I want. I can actually wear it without. This is a shade, again, that surprised me. I was surprised because, again, I'm figuring probably will work for Kristen's skin tone and light skin tone, medium skin tone. If you are in the very dark skin tone range, I would not recommend this lipstick. As far as to wear by itself, I would recommend pulling in a lip liner to kind of help adjust the shade to your own skin tone and your own comfort level as well. The next shade up is Cloud 9, and Cloud 9 is also in the Comfort Matte formula. It is that cross between a lilac, a medium tone lilac, and a magenta shade. And this is also the lipstick that I have on in the video. Last lipstick is called Spellbound, and that is that very rich, deep blackberry plum shade. It is actually in the Mega Matte formula. There is a slight difference between the Mega Matte and the Comfort Matte. I feel it's very slight. Comfort Matte is, well, it's comfortable. I think they named it perfect for that. So it's going to transfer more. It's not going to transfer completely like I would say a regular traditional lipstick. It will still adhere to your lips, but also give off that matte appearance, but you're not going to have a overall like 100% matte. There's going to be a little bit of shine coming through, just very slightly. I would say like a satin matte finish. And again, it is comfortable on the lips. With the Mega Matte, it is very, what I would say, flat. I personally feel it's still comfortable. It's not something where I feel my lips are dying of moisture. So I can still wear it and get away with it because I don't like matte lipsticks that are just like very uncomfortable and it feels like my lips are so dry and I want to take it off. So I don't mind the formula, but I just want to really make it clear as far as Mega Matte and Comfort Matte. Also with Mega Matte formula, it will stay on your lips longer, so it will adhere more throughout the day. You don't have to really worry too much about touching it up. It will wear off, but again, it adheres more to the lips versus the Comfort Matte. Also with all three of the lipsticks, they have a heart design, and then they have KRISTEN LEANNE, her name, right in the middle. So that's the personal touch added to all three of the Vice lipsticks. The outside packaging looks like frosting to me. Yeah, I think it's frosting. And then you have like flowers on the outside. So again, just goes with the personal touches with Kristen. You have another mirror inside. Stay Gold is etched on the mirror. And then all 5 shades are matte. So even though Kristen herself is known for bold, colorful looks, she also will work with neutrals. So I feel that with the DayDream palette being an addition with the Kaleidoscope, it makes it a well-rounded collection. When it comes to neutrals, the color is going to show up differently on different eyelids because we have different skin tones. So all 5 of these shades will show up, I feel, the best on fair skin tones, light skin tones. With that said, DayDream and Subscribe, those 2 shades match more towards my eyelid shade, my skin tone. So those are just kind of what I would use first off to help blend out shadow itself. Lucy is perfect for me because I actually can use that as my brow bone shade, and it's not so a strong contrast of an ivory white in which it looks, well, just not what I like. I don't like it to be extremely bright in that area. So Lucy works fine on me. 1212, it actually starts to build up and it looks like a light pale peach on me. And then 8 is very deep, a deep, rich chocolate brown, and that shade actually shows up on me. I left the colorful palette for last since it's got so many shades inside. So this is the outside packaging. This is actually what the PR box arrived in, with all of this beautiful purple and pink tones, and it looks like a flower. It can, you know what? It's very abstract. It can look like anything you want it to be. You have another mirror, also states Stay Gold on it. And I do like the lid. I like how it bends enough and I can hold it if I want to use the mirror. That I actually appreciate. It's just those little tiny things that I notice that kind of works with when I'm doing my makeup. Layout of the Kaleidoscope palette is different. It's unique in the sense that it's all different types of shapes and they're all kind of matched in different areas. So depending on your, how do I say it, your style, your personality, that might bother you, that might not bother you. With me, I don't mind. And really it's because I'm looking more at the color itself. The palette's going to be laid out on a table. I'm looking at the color and dipping my brush in and I'm going. I'm not looking too much at that overall appearance of it. The Kaleidoscope palette is a very colorful palette. I think if you're someone that embraces color and you welcome it into your life, that this palette is going to be very exciting to you, and you're going to have fun deciding what you can do. When you are looking first dead on at the palette, there are neutral shades in it. There's an orange, there is a bright gold, and there is a bronze brown shade. So here is where the DayDream palette comes into play. If you're someone that prefers neutrals, you can use the neutral shades here that are the matte shades, and then you can open up the Kaleidoscope and then reach for, let's say you want like a shimmer on your eyelid, reach for Corona. So there is shades inside of the palette that will still complement your neutral collection if that's something that you're after. But there's also lots of color. Now there's all different types of color, and that's probably where it got people to be, well, what am I going to do? How am I going to use this palette? So what I suggest you do is just focus on the fact that there's several colors. So depending on what eye look you're looking to do, use those colors like that. So basically forget that there's all these different colors meshed in there. You know, just think of it as have fun. Play around. That's what I'm going to keep saying, because that's what I tell people that don't like color. Just go have fun. Go out in the sun. Have fun. You have two purples inside. You have the Spitfire and you have Dye. Well, you have Spitfire, which also kind of runs, you know, that pink purple shade, and it's more of a lighter purple shade. And then Dye is a deep, rich purple. So you can build up in color right there. You have two blue shades. You have Low and you have the TRM. So you have one that is more of that light teal shade, and then you have the dark blue. Again, you can build up in color. Here you have this lime green shade. You can take the neutrals in here. You can take the orange. And then again, if you just want that pop of color, whether it's on your lid or on your bottom lash line, you can use the lime green for that. It's always helpful to have a dark, rich black. It's matte, so we have that in there. You can use that to create a smoky eye. Again, I keep pulling out the neutrals, but it works so well with the colorful palette. It can kind of help build up those shades. Or you can just use, I believe it's called, 13th Floor. You can use the dark rich black as an eyeliner if you want to use it as a powder eyeliner, but you can also turn any of the shadows into an eyeliner as well, just, you know, with the brush and wet your brush, or use like the mixy medium. So there is lots of variety. And then last is the circle pan here, which is the split shade. And these have that dual effect to it. So it looks like a pale white there, but it shifts. It actually has like purple and green in it. I actually have it in my tear duct shade, and that's how I've been actually enjoying to use them, as my tear duct shade. And then you have the other one where it looks like it is a teal blue, like it's going to be a very pale blue, and it's got green in it, and there's like hints of yellow. This is a collaboration that makes sense. It's cohesive between Kristen herself and the brand. If you do pick up any of the items, especially the eyeshadow palette, the colorful one, the Kaleidoscope, just have fun, embrace the colors, and play around. You may like it. Is there anything in the collection that you plan on picking up? Do you have any additional questions, any concerns, anything I might have left out? Please leave them as comments and I will get back to you. I do want to thank you for stopping by and watching. I always appreciate that. Have a wonderful day or evening. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.